Hi, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Michelle Christus. I'm so happy you're here on Sparkle Wisdom. My channel's going to be changing to Angel Insight pretty soon, but I'm going to hold off a little bit before we do that. Today we have a new pick a card coming at the perfect time. So you want to take a couple moments to go ahead and choose the sunflower that resonates the most with you. We've got the yellow sunflower, the red one, the blue, and the pink, and they are all real sunflowers. We're moving into a time with all the energy around us where a manifestation is at hand, and I can't wait to see what's coming up for you. So let's go ahead and get to it. We're going to roll the dice. We're going to go ahead and get started with our very first attunement, or excuse me, not attunement. We're going to go ahead and get started with our very first one. Hold on, I'm going to take some notes here as we go. I forgot to grab a pen. I always forget something. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with sunflower number 1. And we're going to do that at 111 on the timer. So how is that for divine timing? Let's go ahead and roll the die. Okay, so you guys got a 6. So that's already telling me that you're in a period of integration. Really makes sense to me. You're letting go of one thing, and as you're letting go of one, you have another thing stepping up, okay? Now, what is that thing? Let's go ahead and find out. We're going to go ahead and do 4 cards for you guys. And what I love about the sunflower is the sunflower travels the sun. So we're going to do 4 different cards from the east to the north to the west to the south. And then we're going to give you a prayer for September and October because there's a manifestation in the works, but it's going to be coming more at the end of October, and especially for most of us in that eclipse season. So if you haven't noticed, at the end of October and the beginning of November is eclipse season. So the ancestors are coming forward, which also tells me that you've been doing some ancestral healing. Here we go. You've been balancing the karma. You've been doing the work. And now it's time for a manifestation to come in for you. So let's go ahead and find out exactly what that is. I see that you've been on quite a journey. Bear with me. There's a lot of cards here in this particular tarot. So I am using the Wildwood Tarot. And this is really ancestral, but more related to the Middle Earth. So you might resonate with that, whether it's Irish, Celtic, Nordic, anything like that might resonate with you. Okay. And I'm shuffling your energy in. I did 3 pre-shuffles as we began. This wanted to come forward. There's an alignment. This is that manifestation I'm telling you about. The elements are coming together. There's an alignment between the feminine and the masculine energy. And I say it's about time. So this is truly exciting. The first card we're going to pull is going to go ahead. It's going to represent sunrise. So what we mean by that is when you wake up tomorrow morning, or when you woke up this morning, what is the current situation? So the current situation surrounding you, I'm going to go ahead and let you take a look there. Okay, is the King of Vessels. So this is telling me, I was feeling this before we kind of got started. You have this integration going on. I really feel that with the Heron here, I really feel that you have a heart activation that you've been working through. I know this energy can be really a lot to handle. And so the Heron is here, and the Heron is really a beautiful symbol of rebirth, of something new coming into form. It's a matter of just waiting for the right step, waiting for the next part. And this is what I was showing you with that integration. It's like you're in between. You almost feel frozen in a way, okay? You're not really sure, which way to go next. But I am seeing that you're going to dive in deep, and I encourage you to do that because the energy, the energy is just always shifting. And so it's all about the timing and the energy and following your intuition and actions as it does. So current situation is, you're staying in you're staying above water. What I mean is you're not down in deep into your emotions. You're hearing, you're I don't want to say hearing, but because we all hear and we all take little nuggets in different ways. But you feel that there's some accolades. You feel your purpose. You know that there's movement for you. You know that there's something coming. To me, what I'm noticing is this is a little bit more about which step am I going to take. Okay, so that's our present situation. And definitely, I can tell that I'm dealing with divine feminine. So, this is that ancestral healing, divine feminine. You're uncovering most likely some ancient wisdom to bring forward for the collective or for others. So, the second card is what you are hoping to manifest. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is this? So let's go ahead and take a look see. Look at this. We also saw that other card about alignment. Okay. So, in one direction, this is how you feel at the present moment. And this is what spirit wants to show you is coming your way. So, do you notice the difference between the two? So, what I see here in the second one is what's coming in is the Queen of Arrows. So, the King of Vessels is all about what's in your heart, but the Queen of Arrows is more about what you've learned through the process. And I just cannot believe how beautiful the swan is. I see movement, still staying above water. There's a grace. There's a balance that you have moving forward. And I mean, really, look at how spirit is coming in and wanting to transform really everything for you. It's literally a 360 view of what could be for you. Thank you, Spirit. That is so beautiful. So in the second picture, what spirit is really doing with this energy coming in with the sunflowers, once you plant a sunflower, it takes about 60 to 90 days for it to get to full bloom. And so this is what we're talking about with the energy over these next 60 days through the eclipse season. We've got a lot coming forth for you. And this is what spirit wants to remind you to just keep moving, keep putting those, paddling those feet. I can see the feet paddling. Keep following the steps. Allow yourself to get movement. You don't want to get yourself spooked. It's all about staying on water. It's all about moving in the direction and taking action. Okay? So in the present moment, we're not sure which action to take. But if you actually take a moment to pull back, I think you'll know exactly which action to take. It doesn't matter what other people think, it matters what you're getting. So if you need to pull back, get some meditation time, pull back some self-care, take a nice long bath, whatever it is, pull back and allow your own inner voice to bubble up on the next step and be in tune with your own voice, no matter how it comes. But spirit here is coming to support you. Now, I did notice one other thing. Look at the difference in the trees. So presently, it's like, oh, we've got some growth happening. Spirit is coming in to really help you grow this idea. So get into meditation, connect with your guides, connect with your angels, ask them to assist you. They can't help you unless you ask. The next card we're pulling is what can you do? Speaking of, this is perfect for you, yellow sunflowers, because this is all about action. And in fact, the fact that you are the yellow sunflower, we're actually talking about the solar plexus overall, but for you, it's really important because one of the biggest ways to make sure that you're taking action, which is housed in the solar plexus, is to really own that throne. Okay, so let's see what kind of guidance we have from the ancestors. Man, you're just getting all kinds of beautiful cards. We've got the kings, we've got the knights, we've got the queens all coming out. So here we have the hawk. Beautiful message here of what to do. King of Arrows. We're going to go ahead and read this for you. But notice that he's perched on a branch, and it's like things may not be what you think they are. So it's a matter of really staying still, listening for the messages. Notice how we're not focused on our eyesight. So it's not about what you see. It's about pulling everything together and allowing your own inner voice to come up and let you know. It's a matter of staying perched, getting that meditation again. But what's super interesting is on that tree, I just noticed that there's pine cones. So this is really interesting because the pine cone really is talking to me about your third eye. So is it in fact that you are paying attention too much to what's going on here and not enough to what's going on here, or just that gut feeling? Okay, so this is more about not trusting what you see necessarily, but just trusting your gut. Okay, but let's go ahead and see what the hawk has to say for you, because these are the actions. So this is the sunset card. So these are the steps that you want to take in your day as you go out and about. Arrows is speaking, the suit of arrows in this particular deck is actually talking about your mind. It is the element of air. So it's talking about your mind, but it's your creative intellect. It's like your concepts, your wishes, your ambition. So this is really right on track. And we want the Knight of Arrows. Here we go, the hawk. Quick, graceful, and the master of the element of the air, the hawk is a symbol of vision and power. The ability to fly and nest at high altitudes and see prey and hunt from a great height brings a special reverence to this majestic and fearless creature. Now, it's kind of interesting because I was talking about you pulling back. And when you're pulling back, give yourself a wider view. So being up in the tree gives you a wider view of everything that's around you instead of just being so hyper focused. So that's a really that's a message for you. Here's some reading points. The hawk can help you and support you to see through layers of doubt and uncertainty to the problem at the heart of the matter. Be swift and subtle and use your common sense to progress. Okay? Questions you can ask yourself is, where might you be wrongfully informed? This is what I was talking about, that sight. Okay? Sometimes what we see is based on where we are currently. Now, the mind doesn't necessarily like to work with the soul and the body. They sometimes get all out of connection. So one of the very first things you can do is go into meditation and set that intention for your mind, body, and soul to work together as friends, okay? For your mind is so powerful. It's like a computer, but sometimes it only knows the default. It has a difficult time learning new patterns. And so this is where you want to probably spend some time redoing some patterns. What things in your life are you maybe not seeing clearly? What's affecting you? If you're having doubts, what do you hold too strongly? Meaning, where are you attached and what can you do to detach? Okay, so the sunflowers came up. Ironically, I do crystal attunements, and we did a sunflower attunement. And what that does is it helps you to detach, increase the vibration, and detach from situations to allow you to stand into your own power. So I put my email in the comments. If you're interested in what that's all about, I would love the opportunity to show you. And I think your ancestors are letting you know that there's definitely, something else to be paying attention to. So you came here to confirm that message or potentially, you know, find out something new that's going to help you over these next 60 days. Now, this very last one, as the sunflower follows the sun, so the sun rises in the east, and it goes at the top, noon. It's in the sky, and then it goes down at sunset, and then we have night. So this very last one, and what happens in the middle of the night is the sunflower ever so slowly turns its face to go back to east. So let's go ahead and see, what is your blind spot? What exactly are you not seeing? And I love this for you in particular because I think it's going to actually really give you a lot, a lot of guidance. Oh my goodness. What you're not seeing is a new beginning. What you're not seeing is the ability to take a shortcut over the void, to not have to go into the darkness, so to speak, and to reconfigure. There's something already within you ready to burst from the seams and come forward, but it's a matter of you allowing yourself to go on an adventure, to allow yourself, like the sunflower, to keep your face in the sun and to not worry what's behind you, because I'm getting that that's where it's meant to be. You're not meant to turn around. It's hard, it's difficult, isn't it, to walk forward and look behind you at the same time. So even though the hawk is doing that, we're getting another clue from the hawk. It's like, why are you looking behind you? And I have a sense that this is exactly the type, this is exactly what you needed to hear. What is it in the past? What is it that's following you? What is it that you've been pulling along with you that doesn't need to go any further? You know what it is. It's a matter of sitting down and getting aware, and then taking the steps and the actions for that to be behind you. Okay? I'm sorry about all the noise in the background. Your angels are here. You've got lots and lots of birds. You've got lots and lots of protection and guidance. This is a manifestation for you. In each of the pictures, I'm being shown a single tree. And the first tree in the present, it's kind of barren, and it's kind of sad. Like, we feel like we're in the sad zone, okay? But then spirit is coming in to let you know, no, there is a huge manifestation here for you. It's all about being able to see potentially this heart awakening. What I'm noticing with a lot of people that I'm working with too is that this heart awakening, the pine cone, is developing, and see how we're looking frontal, right in between the eyebrows is a newer chakra that is coming into balance, and it's the pineal chakra. Okay, so the pineal gland is literally turning into a chakra. And so this is what I believe this card is telling you, but it's like we cannot finish this manifestation for you if you keep looking back. Okay, so we want to move you forward. Everything in the past has already served its purpose. Okay, it's time for a new beginning for you. And look at how many trees there are. You have a plethora of trees coming your way. You have adventures coming your way. Just follow your heart. That's why she's wearing this beautiful green shirt. She's not looking back. I can feel the sun on her face, but more than that, I can feel the smile and the wonder in her childlike eyes. And this is what's coming forward for you. So beautiful. So just allow yourself to be guided. I also can see the steps will reveal themselves as you go. Okay, so on bottom, we're going to confirm the moon on water. Okay, now I've got full blown goosebumps, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, I'm going to tell you why. The moon on the water. Now, as I was getting prepared for this, I was like, yeah, what's going on? Towards the end of October is what I was getting. And in October, there's a partial eclipse. Okay. So I want you to take note of this because, the next 60 days, the energy is going to be coming in to guide you and shift you. And in September, we have the harvest full moon. And then at the end of October, we have the partial eclipse. Okay. And then November 8th is the total eclipse. And just guess which sign it's in. It's in Taurus. So this is just confirming for me that there is a lot of reflections that you are working with your ancestors. You are, I believe, a teacher, a healer. I believe that you are meant to be a manifester about how to manage your emotions, and you're going to pay this forward to others, okay? Pay those forward and reflect that to others who feel that their trees are barren, who feel they have nowhere to go. You're going to pull this into form. So I hope this resonates with you. So beautiful. So let's go ahead. I pre-shuffled. We're going to do 2 prayers, one for September, one going into October through your manifestation. Feelings are coming up. It's letting me know we're in the right place. And I've been getting this. You might want to watch the previous reading as well. This is affecting your work habits. Yes. So those of you may find guidance in the actual, I just did the turtles. Yeah, make sure you check because there's a lot of talk in there. Courage is coming up, and look it's the yellow sunflowers. Don't let the tears of the past keep you from stepping into your courage, keeping you from going forward. I love how this is pulling together. I got full blown goosebumps. All right, for September, it's all about clarity. It's all about this higher heart activation and really getting through that, okay? Really getting through that entire manifestation. And here we go. Here's your prayer. Let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways, especially when matters are unclear. May my own holy intuition always guide the way. So we're getting that message again in September, especially. I'm not saying don't rely on if you're clairvoyant, your clairs, not relying on this. I'm just saying that it is potential that where you are at right now, the way that your whole rainbow bridge, all your chakras are communicating right now, is that what you may be seeing, if you're just relying on this in meditation or in your spiritual work, that this may be, may not be telling you and giving you all the clues. I have this sense that you are knowers, and that is your strongest clair. And actually, I'm saying this with purpose. Trust your knowings. You're working. These pinks is working. You've got this red. I have this sense that you guys are these earth guardians, and you're working with your ancestors, and you're bringing this higher heart activation full circle so that you can bring some knowledge back to assist others as they're going through their next card, their walk. You're holding the lantern, leading the way. Beautiful. So clarity for September. For October, forgiveness. Forgiveness. Okay. Look at the similarities in the colors, and look at the similarities. The green background, that heart activation, but you're going into the higher heart, which is this pink color. So and poppies especially coming up. Poppies are coming up after the burn. You've been burned before, and that's why you keep looking back. That's what you've pulled forward with you. And this may not even be your energy. It may be ancestrally related. It may be from family healing, but definitely in October, it's all about healing comes from acceptance. Help me, source, to feel, to fully accept what is, knowing this alone will open me to the new. And that's right. And poppies are, of course, a symbol of hope. They are a symbol of endurance because they are able, and one of the first plants that are able to grow in lands that have been burned. So forests that have been burned, it's a great thing to actually plant poppies there because they transmute that energy that keeps that charred part. It transmutes that. And that's what's happening in October for you. And I believe you're going to see that with those eclipses. So this is your last thing. Don't despair. All right. This is your full enchilada. Don't despair. There's a higher activation. We're stepping into this authenticity. Okay. And our very last, before we move on to the next pile, is I need your divine intercession right now. Oh, great spirit, lift this darkness from my soul. Free me from this burden. Open me to your highest plan. May I be peaceful vessel for your love. And it's all about that intention. It's all about the seeds that you plant. And isn't this most beautiful? And this could not come together anymore. You're not meant to carry this darkness any further. You're meant, sometimes we go through things that break us, that crack us open. But that's what lets the light in. That's what lets the light in. So continue on your journey. May these next 60 days be blessed for you. Come back and get more messages. But the yellow sunflower wanted you to know, face the light and don't worry about what's behind you. You just keep going. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you soon. Leave me some comments. Let me know if it resonated, and come back, okay? I do all my readings live. All right, thank you so much, Yellow Sunflower. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next sunflower, okay, which is the red sunflower. So 2737 is the start for that. I'm putting that here, okay, as we go along. Okay, so 2737 could be an angel number for you. We're marking that out. Maybe you've been seeing lots of sevens, okay? Maybe you've been feeling the magic, right? Let's go ahead and see what's going to come forward for you guys. We're going to start with rolling the dice to see which oracle. Who wants to come forward for you? We've got lots of different oracle here. And number 2. So there are 2737. Let's get into the 2, right? So this is actually the divine oracle coming forward. And right on bottom, pre-shuffled wake up call. We've got a wake up call going on here. And those of you, the red sunflowers, you're digging for gold. I've seen this on my last oracle that I did with the turtles. You might want to check that out. But let's go ahead and see what the divine wants you to know. We're going to choose 4 different cards. I'm going to shuffle in your energy. We're going to do a couple shuffles here together. But the divine, we're going to choose 4 cards, okay? And the first one, because as the sunflower rises in the east, it goes through the 4 directions. It follows the sun, and at sunset, it slowly turns its head to go back to the east. So it actually travels all directions. And this is coming up because over these next 60 days, you too are going to travel all the directions, and all the elements are coming together to create what? A manifestation. So that is what we're talking about today. Manifestation from the time that you see this reading, 60 to 90 days. It's more about the end of October through the eclipse season in early November. All right. So, first of all, think things through, okay? I'm hearing nothing is black and white. There are tons of shades of gray. So make sure that you're taking the time, bust out of your cocoon. Have you been in hermit mode, pulling back, not really sure about what's going on? This makes sense to me because you're digging for gold. So you've already, like an Olympian, been working really hard, stretching, changing behaviors, getting in tune with yourself. But it's time to do something different. So this is a little bit of a theme. We want to get you out of your shell, okay? So let's go ahead and see what the divine in particular. Okay. First card is our sunrise, our current situation, what's going on with us right now, red sunflowers, okay? It's all about making a plan. So I have this sense that you've been in hermit mode. I was already getting that. It's time to come out of that cocoon to really start making a plan for things to go full circle. You can't just have all the insights and not apply them, is what I'm hearing. Okay. So red is all about rooting in. And so if this is about bringing into form for you in right now on the earth plane in the 3D. All right. But you've had to dig for some gold to see what exactly you're meant to bring. And I have this sense that you've had lots of different activations going on, actually. I have a sense that you've had a lot of things going on, and it's challenging to get that clarity. It's challenging for you to really understand what's been going on for you. And I wanted to really quickly take a look at the picture of the red sunflower as I see this maroon to red. And that's making me think about you've also got some soul star activation going on. Okay, so you've been feeling things, a lot of different emotions, and it's really had you confused. As I just saw 32, 2, 2. So are you seeing 2, 2, 2? Lots of twos. We're getting twos here. This is related to your mission, okay? So you're at the make a plan, and that should resonate with you. But let's go ahead and see what Spirit wants to bring forward for you. Grieve your losses, okay? So is this why you've been in that hermit mode? Is this why you've been pulled back? Is that you've been dealing with grief? This is what you've been digging to work through? Gosh, that is so tough. And I'm seeing that it's been something pretty consistent for you, okay? It's this circle, things keep break, okay? Because what goes up must go down, right? What goes left must eventually go right. This is the duality of the situation. This is the universal laws that actually assist all of us, okay? So this will mean something specific for you about grieving your losses. We need a little bit more information. I have this. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I just totally dumped something on the floor. Forgive me. I know my husband will pick it up for me. Okay. So grieving your losses, you've either recently changed careers, you've let go. You have a sense that maybe you've just spiritually awakened and everything has changed, earlier this year or a year ago. Maybe things are very swift for you. So, but Spirit is coming in to let you know, grieve those losses. It's all about acceptance. Otherwise, you like remain ice. Okay? You cannot have true alchemy urging you to move on. Okay, I know what grief can do. it can be very paralyzing. But at the same point in time, you are here. And sometimes it's really hard to lose things, but I am here to tell you that it always comes back to you in some form, okay? It always comes back to you in some form. So hold on and allow yourself to work through those stages of grieving, and maybe even just Google that. Where am I? Because there are 5 stages. There's bargaining, there's denial, there's acceptance, there's so where are you in the stages? And knowledge is power. Find out a little bit more what you're dealing with. And unfortunately, there are so many of losses, but it does not determine your reality. And that's what Spirit wants you to know. The next card we're pulling is all about the actions you have until sunset. We all have the same amount of time that we wake up, the minutes in the day. And it's saying, do all things in moderation. Do all things in moderation. And I love that we're getting this structure of a diamond alchemizing. Here's that heart activation, okay, that I was feeling. You're digging for gold. You've got multiple things going on. You're digging for gold to stand in this power, to stand in your power, to own your throne, your solar plexus, having the courage to move forward after these losses. And that's where the diamond, okay, this is where the coal turns into the diamond through pressure. So be easy on yourself. Do all things in moderation. Allow yourself to just kind of float through. Follow your guidance, okay? These are just, nothing is set in stone for you, is what I'm hearing. So don't feel the pressure from others. Allow your own self to guide your own self, okay? Let's go ahead and see. I've been reading, this is your action steps. So I think that there's something here in the oracle that's meant for you. So I want to read it for you so that you can pick up on your own. It says, do all things in moderation. 66, page 66, which always, that number always reminds me of grace and gratitude. Grace and gratitude. Have you been overindulging in some area of your life? Are you eating chocolate, for example? Like there's no tomorrow. Have you dropped the ball on your exercise regimen? Okay. Have you been on the couch more? Have you blown your budget and now you're sweating on how to pay the credit card bill? Has life become all play and no work? Or have you gone to the other extreme, all work and no play? Where are you on the pendulum? Are you working long hours, neglecting your friends and family, leaving no time for fun? If you've answered yes, you have lost your psychic equilibrium. And your divine energy is calling you to achieve moderation in all things at this time. Exercise self-control, but still enjoy life. And its delicious of severity robs you of the sweetness in your life. This is not the suggestion. Nor should you be so indulgent in your pleasures that it sickens you. Your divine invitation is to follow the path of moderation and to avoid extremes of any sort. This includes in your emotions as well, is what I'm feeling for those of you. Allow yourself to enjoy life, but not let your pleasure overrun your good sense. Follow the middle, the center. The all or nothing approach to life, it doesn't work. Okay. I love that because that's what I was feeling here. It's like, it's not all or nothing. These are brush strokes. And in fact, these are brush strokes is coming up with purpose. What can you do while you wait? You can create, you can paint. I have this. Are you an artist? Is there something that you like to create? Allow yourself to indulge in those opportunities. Allow the time. Sometimes when we're grieving different losses, we we go all or none because we don't want to think about it, right? We don't want to think about it. But at the same point in time, we can't just ignore what's running in the background. Okay? You are stronger than you think. Your action is to take action, but to be in moderation. Okay? To be in moderation. All right. This last card for you is what's being hidden. Okay. So, what I mean by that is, as the sunflower moved at the beginning, I told you it goes all throughout the day. It follows the sun, and when the sun goes to bed, it slowly moves its head back to the east. So in the night time, in the void, in the darkness, in the stark dark, what is being hidden from you? What is in that darkness, in that void that's here for your manifestation? Go for your dreams, is what I'm hearing here. That's what's being blindsiding you. What's blinding you, what's hidden from you, is that there is more in front of you than you're aware. I'm seeing this pinnacle, I'm seeing this climb. And here, and it's like this letting go, but it hasn't let go. We're seeing the edges of this stark dense energy, right? We've got all the black letters here. So that's letting you know that your triggers are feeding you. Okay. And instead of letting them feed you and keep you twisting round and round these next 60 days, how about we take a look in the mirror? How about we take a look at what's triggering us? What's upsetting you? And how about we take a look at that and ask why? Why is this upsetting me? How can we dig deep for the gold? How can we get the gold? Because how can we grieve these losses and alchemize them and allow them to go full circle and to actually just flow through? How can we remain detached? All right. That is the biggest clue for you. What's not being hidden is that you're attached to these losses. And when you're attached to something, you automatically close off potential. Okay. So, what's being hidden from you is that you, my friend, just like Dorothy, you have the power. It's just a matter of letting go and allowing yourself to see things in a new light. Now, on bottom, to confirm, do what you love. Okay. I'm getting this Paris. I'm getting this calligraphy. I'm feeling art. I'm really feeling the art in you. So let me know if that resonates. I would love to know. I would love to know if that resonates with you. But do what you love. Appreciate the things around you. Give yourself some time to travel over these next 60 days. Whatever you need to do within moderation, to find your way back to who you are, to not allow what has happened to define who you are. All right. So we want to give you a couple prayers moving through these next 60 days. When you plant a sunflower, it takes about 60 to 90 days for it to get to full bloom. Okay. Now, I also wanted to mention that for you guys, I noticed that the stem and the leaves are in the center of your picture. And so what's really cool about the sunflower, something you need to know, and maybe you'll actually grab some sunflowers to remind you, okay, is that as the sunflowers are planted in the dirt, any and all toxins, any and all dense energy, any and all things that are heavy, they go into the stem and into the leaves, and the toxins they actually detoxify. So, um, immersing yourself into something that you love, whether it be painting or some sort of artistry, as what I'm feeling for you, is going to allow those toxins to alchemize and allow you to work through those feelings in a way that's more organic. And I'm saying that at 444 4. It's going to give you the perfect timing, put you in the right place at the right time to allow things to move for you. So let's get a prayer for you um, about what is going to be. Now we're going to go ahead and pull a prayer. The first one for September, the second one for October through the eclipse season, and then on bottom to confirm everything. Okay, so right away I cut to loneliness. Okay, and I can see that. When we're going through something that we're grieving, when everything is upheaval, when everything is different, it's hard to find the patience. It's hard to find the buzz. It's hard. I see these tears. I see these tears. It's hard to know which direction to go, right? But don't worry. Don't worry. This is showing me that alchemization of that heart is coming for you. And there's more coming for you than you understand, because the universe has to balance, okay? So let's go ahead. In September, your prayer, I see, is all about impatience. So we were talking about patience, and now here we have impatience. So in September, this is going to be something you're going to want to remember. My life is unfolding in divine timing. All delays are beneficial. I'm always at the right place at the right time. And I grabbed this deck at 444, which is a number about being at the right place at the right time. Very interesting. So 2s and 4s. All right. So this is just a reminder in the month of September to really, not be impatient, to allow yourself to know that everything is divine timed, and, everything will work out just as meant to be, that all flowers bloom at their perfect time, and yours is coming. It's beautiful. Now in October, what? You guys, this is crazy. In September, I want to read one more time. In September, my life is unfolding in divine timing. October is your divine time. All delays are beneficial. I'm always in the right place at the right time. So if you've been holding on, something's got to come together in September. It just got to come together. I'm so glad you found your way here, because your divine timing, the divine is letting you know that your divine time is here, but it's not where you thought it was. It's more in October. It has more, I actually think, moving into November has to do with these eclipses. The energy, the stars are coming together. Wow, so beautiful. The divine brings things in the timing we need. Nothing comes before we're prepared. Nothing leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing. Okay? So trust the divine time. Allow the stars to guide you. Okay? Know that there are so many stars in the sky, and they all have a chance to glimmer, and they're all noticed at the perfect time. And in fact, you stargaze. It's impossible to notice the shine of all of them. But in time, as you look, and maybe stargazing is something that you enjoy, and you'll see what I mean. You'll notice different constellations, different times of the year. What do you notice after these next 60 days? Wow. So overall, wow, we saw it when we were doing everything. Can you believe it's right here? We cut to the feelings, and here it is on bottom, confirming for you. It's all about getting your emotions in check, not allowing these losses to completely uproot you and take you somewhere else. Keep yourself grounded. Know that this has all happened for purpose. Emotions want to be felt. You really can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. Allow me, dear divine, to offer all emotions to you. feeling them fully so that they no longer hold you captive. Just a beautiful reading. I hope you found the messages that you needed. Come back. I have a sense that we're going to develop a beautiful relationship together, and I'd love to have you here. So please like, and subscribe. I'd love to hear how this resonates with you. Red sunflowers. I'm just giving you so much love. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to the third one at 5010. That's more for me. So when I do the timestamps, this is a live premiere. Okay, and I do all of my oracle in that fashion, so you'll just kind of get used to that. I just think it's the easiest. Okay, so 5010 was really telling me really a lot, so much. So let's get into it. We're going to roll the dice. I want to shuffle your energy in really quick to get the wild offering ready for you. We're going to pull 4 cards. The sunflowers are coming forward at this time because there is a manifestation in the works. And I am already feeling the heat with you, my blue sunflowers. The rare color of blue, stepping into your authentic expression. I am feeling the heat. Woo! So are you feeling the heat? Keep yourself facing, the sunflower is coming up to guide you, to keep yourself facing the light because you are letting go of some deep rooted shadows. Ooh, am I feeling that? Okay, let's roll the dice and see which oracle. Number 3. Okay, so number 3, the elements. Ooh, you have some manifestations really coming together. We've got the earth magic. And the very first thing, whenever you see me grab this deck for you, it's all about grounding. So make sure you're getting those walks in. Make sure you're taking time for self-care. Make sure you're immersing into the bath, conversations with others, taking time to meditate as above, so below, as within, so without. These are all really crucial for you. 3 is talking about balance. Specifically for those of you, you've got the third pile, you've got number 3, 33, the ascended masters coming forward for you. I can see that as well. This is an initiation. This should resonate with you. Let's get into it. Wow. At the spring out, what's really crazy is we're talking about a time to the autumn equinox. So I want you to look back at where you were at the spring equinox. And this is bringing up rebirth. You're either going through a rebirthing process or this is what's being forecasted for you. Okay. So that's going to resonate in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, I really have the sense that you've been going through that already. There's an emergence happening, okay, for you. And I believe it's going to be happening by that autumn equinox. After the eclipse season in late October and moving into November, we've got the eclipses coming, the partial at the end of October. And in November, we've got the full eclipse. And it's in the sign of Taurus. And that really is telling me there's a lot of things being brought into form. You've actually pulled the Earth Magic Oracle. So talk about bringing manifestation into form. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first card, here's an unfolding, the lotus flower. There has been an emergence from the muck, okay? So this is actually talking about many things. You've got an awakening potentially to the pineal gland. There's a lot. I am feeling this for you. The pineal gland, which is actually for many turning into a chakra. Okay, that's my husband, Bob. Okay, so, but this is all about a lot that you've been through, but this is an emergence coming out from the depths to get out of the depths of emotion is what I'm feeling. Things have been really chaotic for you. And so this is your current, this is the present, but we're emerging out of that. There's this sense that things are starting to settle down, right? So hopefully that resonates with you. You're finding you're finding the current, okay? You're finding the current. You're allowing the wind to blow you. You're allowing yourself to be fluid in the water. This is truly beautiful. Okay. I can't help but notice you're also taking a lot of time to be reflective. This is actually a really good thing. You understand that there's so many messages in the world around you, and that is why this reading came forward for you. And just the fact that we pulled the lotus blossom is going to actually hold meaning for you, is what I feel. The second card, we're moving to the element of air. This is how the divine is coming in to support you these next 60 days. These are what we're um, hoping to uncover. And I love that the divine is coming up with ceremony. So there's a lot going on here, but I happen to know that this is about the moon cycle. So I'm feeling very much that I'm working with, I just happen to see what's on bottom. I'm going to take a moment. Just happened to see what's on bottom as I was setting my cards. It's the fairy energy, earth magic. So these are my divine femmes, very much so. And working with your ceremony, working with, um, you know, scrying, the moon magic, gritting your crystals, all these different things are coming forward to set those intentions. So these are, I'm feeling very much so that these are divine feminines specifically, and spirit is coming forward to let you know that this is really, truly a great way to work with the energy around you. We might read this. I've been typically reading the third card. The third card coming up is talking about um, the direction of the West. It's really talking about, um, sorry, uh, the direction of the West, about your sunset, the actions to take. The sunflower is highlighting your solar plexus, which is our masculine energy. It's all about the actions that we take, okay? And so, you guys, look at the beautiful rainbow. Oh my gosh, this is speaking so many things to me. Okay, so the actions to take is to focus on your blessings, to focus on where you've been, getting a really big sense that you all have done so much work and you really are coming into a whole new thing. You found, with the guidance of source, you have found things that work for you. Whether it's gritting, whether it's dancing, whether it's a certain routine that you do, a spiritual routine. And so this is understanding how your chakras communicate to the earth, communicate to the cosmos, and how the elements work together to bring manifestations into form. And when you take your stability of your chakras and you communicate these out into the universe, and you bring that vibration, it pulls that energy to you. So let's go ahead and read the rainbow. This is going to be, for many of you, I already know you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I got the rainbow. It's going to be very synchronistic for you. It's going to be another sign of your unfolding that you were drawn here. And remember, the biggest thing that we're taking so far is to keep yourself in balance, to keep the initiation, okay? Because sometimes the universe is going to test you. That's what I was seeing here. It's a test to see what unfolds. It's an initiation that you've taken. I just said that at 59:33. Okay, I can't make that up. And there's that 33 again. There's this unfolding happening, but you have found some routines and some ways to keep you above those emotions, to keep you from the things that used to let you fall into the abyss. No longer that has that is that happening. And now we're seeing the blessings. And for you specifically, taking action is going to bring multiple manifestations, is what I'm feeling. The skies are clearing for you. It's time to follow that rainbow and collect that pot of gold on the other side. Let's see. The rainbow is created by collaboration of sunlight and water. So this is a collaboration between your feminine and your masculine energy, okay? So the masculine energy is the sun, and the water is the house of the sacral. Your sacral water is of your feminine energy. Water droplets become tiny prisms that collectively diffuse and disperse light into a ribbon of color that is an essence of every hue we're capable of perceiving on this planet. Rainbows symbolize many things. What do they symbolize for you, though? Right? What do they symbolize for you? Do you see them as a synchronicity? Do you see them as luck? They're so beautiful, that's for sure. Okay. They've seen as many things, including good luck, a bridge to heaven, and abundance. And that's how we're seeing it in this reading, okay? It's difficult for any of us to ignore the majesty of a rainbow and the gentle power of its display. The artist of this image created this rainbow to commemorate a friend who had just died. Had gone over the rainbow bridge. She worked on it whenever she felt her love and appreciation for her friend, the blessings he brought to the world in her life after a spell of tearful grief. So for some of you, that's a message that you needed to hear. The storm is passing and it's time to enjoy a refreshing beauty of the cycle. Even though it's been difficult to appreciate any sense of purpose in what you've endured, you can now, as they say, count your blessings. And that's the action you're being called to take. Count your blessings. Don't just look at the brighter side. No, 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 no. Don't just do mantras without feeling. No, 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 no. Be deep and slowly allow your gratitude to grow. Okay? And express this up close and personal. This ever evolving process of life itself is a blessing, an opportunity to exist as a human on earth. Isn't that the truth? The planet is a beautiful garden, even if it doesn't always appear to be so. Sometimes it's only when you look back at a memory of an experience that you can truly see the blessings that have come from them. Bless your difficult or painful experiences and let them go. Let them go. Turn those tears into the rainbows and allow them to lead you in new directions. Because when you alchemize that, when you find your way through, that's what leads you to newer and brighter things. What I'm getting for you guys, the ceremony coming up, okay, as you most likely are divine feminines, whether you're masculine or female, you're in tune with spirit. And so gratitude is coming up here for you. So starting do a challenge for yourself over these next 60 days. A gratitude journal focusing on, it could be as easy as 5 things I'm grateful for today. You can also, it gives you some accountability and it develops a routine. When you see things from the sunny side, it's amazing how sunny your life can become. And we're encouraging you, blue sunflowers, to not be in the blue. Oh, to not be in the blue, to find the sunny side, to have the courage to move forward and allow your experiences to actually allow you to have the bittersweetness, right, of your experiences coming forward. So let's look at your 4th card. And I love it. Here we are in here we are in Earth Magic. And the 4th card is Mother Earth. Mother Earth is coming forward. This is what's your blind spot, okay? So as the sunflower follows the sun. But at the end of the day, it's really magical. When there is no sun or when the sun isn't apparent, the sunflower slowly moves its face back to the east, ready for the sun to rise the next day. And this is the magic that Mother Earth is bringing for you to let you know, don't just continue to look at those emotions. Don't continue to look at what could have been. Look what's behind. Look what's behind you. All these dreams, all these goals, all this potential. But if you are only looking back, if you're only looking into those of what you thought could have been, you cannot really bring into form. Okay. So this is changing your perspective, allowing yourself to be nurtured, yes. Okay. But also allowing yourself to not be swallowed whole. That's why we're seeing her balancing here between the water and the earth plane. It's like if you're always stuck in the water of emotions, it can be hard to come forth and bring something here on the earth plane. And you, my friends, are meant to. Look at all these manifestations that are meant for you here. There's something within that grief that you've been working through. There's something that's unfolding for you. It has unfolded. You already are aware of that. How are you going to bring this up and how are you going to allow that to affect not only those around you, yourself, those around you, but Mother Earth itself? Because as you heal, so does she. And the fairies are guiding you. The fairies are guiding you. The fact that we see a flower right here and coming from the center, the fact that we see these droplets, do you see the droplets in the ray of the sun, the crystal, the allowing yourself to face the light, to allow, what's behind you to be behind you. It no longer serves you purpose. You're meant to step out of this dark and to step into the light and allow all the manifestations. You see how the light's coming through and creating this iridescent? Okay. And I love that it's coming from the center of the flower and the center of the sunflower. It doesn't matter the color that you chose, it doesn't matter that you're feeling blue. What matters is that in the middle are the seeds of manifestation, and a sunflower holds 1,000 to 2,000 seeds. And with those seeds, some you're going to nourish yourself, some you're going to pay forward to nourish others, and many others you're going to replant over and over and over again to allow your garden to grow. This is what the earth magic wants. This is what the fairy realm is bringing forward for you. Okay? So keep your face in the light. Allow yourself to soar. Allow something else to grow from this. And a lot is going to be unfolding and changing for you over these next 60 days. So we're going to get a couple prayers. I want to shuffle in. Right away, I cut to service. One of the biggest tips that I can suggest, especially if you're feeling the blues, especially if you're going through some grieving process or things are just not what they want them to be, is to volunteer. That's right. Volunteer. You want to put things in perspective right away. Be of service to others. Companionship. Are you feeling a little lonely? Allow yourself, get out there, volunteer, meet some new friends, spark new conversations, allow those to become those blessings to help you get on that bridge over to the abundance that you're seeking. Look at that. Self-acceptance. Do you see all the black? But it's like there's so much more for you to bloom. The blackness of the dirt. So anything comes from the void, but you have to leave that area at some point. Okay? And so let's go ahead and find out a couple prayers for September and October. First for September, clarity. Yes. There is something that you're going through. I feel it in your heart chakra. It's what this grief has done. And we're hoping that you can go full circle and get clarity, get to the acceptance. So, our prayer for you in September is let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways, especially when matters are unclear. May my own holy intuition always guide me. And I can't help but notice these droplets. It's okay to feel the emotions, but know that all the droplets of emotions are actually nourishing your soul. Tears, I often like to think of are um like the cheetah. They're marks, they're war paint. Don't be ashamed of them. This is helping you to become who you are. There's a sense of clarity in the month of September for you. Now, in October, through your manifestation into early November, self sufficiency. The ultimate self sufficiency is relying on God. It doesn't mean hiding in a cave and saying, I don't need people. Instead, it's saying, God is my source, and I'm willing to receive all the help, love, and support that wants to come. It's all about making connections. It's all about getting out of that cave. It's all about not allowing the blues to hold you down. Okay. Now, what's really interesting is in your picture, it shows the whole center. So it leaves out the leaves and the stem, and that's for purpose. Because what's coming up is the biggest thing that you can focus on is your manifestation, or is what's going to develop from this hardship that you've been through. Make it God's. Look at all these trees. Wow. And of course, I love this one right here. I've never seen this card. Here we go. Overall, release the idea of my. And as soon as you start to say the money, the relationship, the job, freedom arrives. When there's no grasping, the right actions get shown. Free me from the prison of my. Dear source, free me from the prison of my. See beyond your own nose. See beyond your current situation. See beyond the loss that you're experiencing and know that there's so much more to explore. There's so much more in the world for you. And again, allow the nourishment, the tears. So the tears are going to keep coming. The field, things are unfolding, but allow it to take you to where you're meant to go. Thank you so much for being here, Blue Sunflower. I really appreciate it. And I'm wishing you nothing but love and light these next 60 days. Watch for your abundance come back for more Oracle. I also have a sense that you would really love some Reiki or to participate in my attunements. If you would love any assistance in any way, shape, or form, my email is in my comments below. So please just let me know. And make sure you stay grounded. Okay, pile number 3, you got this. We're moving on to our very last pile, which is the pink. The pink sunflower. Yes, there is such a thing. We're going to go ahead and we're shaking the dice. We've got 6 oracles. We want to see which oracle is coming up for you specifically. And it's number 1. Okay. So we've got a 4 and a 1. We've got a shift happening to your structure. I love that the 1 is talking about the big. So oh my gosh. And look what's on bottom. This is about your second house. This is about your structure led by spirit. Here it is. So this is all about your resources, your abundance. That's what this reading is all about. What is your arrow going to catch in these next 60 days? Let's find out. Because what do you get when you mix red with white? You get the pink. Okay? So keep the apple of your eye. I'm also hearing an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Keep that nourishment going. Okay? That's so interesting. But, abundance comes in so many ways. It comes in health and wealth. It comes in friendship, right? So Yeah, Jupiter, you have so much abundance coming your way. It's all about that shift, right? Okay, we're shuffling in. We're also seeing some, some excitement. I'm sorry about things in the background, guys. My husband's on the phone. But this is also highlighting your ninth house. So you can actually check your astrology and see what the different energy is pinpointing for you over these next 60 days. But we're seeing a lot right here in this solar plexus. So, how is your solar plexus? How is it going to be affected by the energy that's going to be twisting in? So, give your astrological chart a look. That might be something you want to learn about. And then also being highlighted are healings to your relationships. So, let's go ahead and pull your cards. We're doing 4 cards. We're starting in the east and we're going all the way around because that's what the sunflower does. It faces the sun, and even when the sun isn't shining, it shifts its face to go back to the east, ready for the sun to rise. So the first card is your current situation. And hello. I love this is very synchronistic because yeah, basically every planet is in retrograde right now except for Venus and Mars. So, how is this affecting your structure? How are things shifting? How are your thoughts integrating throughout this? What is coming up for you? Okay. Knowing that the light and the dark are on the same bandwidth. So there could be some fluctuation here for you, but I'm feeling that these retrogrades are actually taking you to that secret staircase in the back, allowing you to have some healings. The present situation is, yeah, we've got all these retrogrades, but they're bringing you exactly where you need to go through this hall to a new activation. Wow. So allow this time as we're in Mercury retrograde, as we're in Uranus just went retrograde, Neptune retrograde. Take a look at where these are in your houses. So those of you that chose this particular pile, the pink pile, is all about getting more in touch to the bigger picture, how the all relates to you, understanding how the cosmic energy, how we're all energy, and the shift in the cosmos affects a shift within all of us. And so we're collectively taking a time to look back, and especially those of you that chose this. And it's not about seeing everything in black and white. It's about understanding that within the duality, we find the center. Okay. So this is where you are presently. Now, the second card is the air element. So this is the north. This is the direction of the north. This is what source is bringing in to guide you over the next 60 days. Look at that. So we've got a 9, 6 and 9s. I mean, this is only great stuff. This is your midheaven, your castles, your dreams. And Source wants to support you with that, okay? I can't help but notice that we were getting that same highlight um, on one of the card pulls. But remember, we were saying it's kind of pointing to your solar plexus, but your solar plexus and how all 3 of those lower chakras work together. And how those 3 lower chakras work together, Source wants you to know, they're coming in to tell you, is how that affects the bridges to the higher chakras. Okay, so there are bridges between the solar plexus, okay, and your throat chakra, the sacral chakra, and your third eye, your root chakra, and your crown chakra. And how they all work together is what creates what's available to you, the vibration and the frequency of what you're pulling towards you. And this is what Source wants you to know. It's not just the lower 3, it's how they all work together. Okay. And we're getting a lot of blues here for you guys. So this is telling me that we have a lot going on with our throat chakra at this time. And this is this higher, there's this higher alchemy. I'm feeling this is a higher alchemization for you guys. Try saying that 5 times. I'm also seeing, speaking of 5, I'm seeing the birds, and look at the balance. We've got the dark ones and the light ones, and you're learning that there's no such thing, or you're meant to learn, of everything just being in the light. Everything has purpose. Shadows have purpose, and that's why they're on the same bandwidth. It's all about getting centered within them, knowing that everything exists. It's a matter of where you are on the spectrum, and it's a matter of your thoughts. It's a matter of how you're communicating to the universe, to what you're pulling towards you. Increase your vibration, increase the vibration of things that are attached to you, since we're talking about abundance. The third card is in the West. So, what actions can you take each day through sunset? So, the sun sets in the West. And so, what actions can you take? This is the fire, the element of the fire that burns within you. And it's interesting that it's saying South Node, okay? 33. We're going to read this for you because there's all this blue. I see the moon cycle. I see these alchemizations. Your South Node points you in the direction of comfort. And so your actions are getting you out of your comfort zone. Those are the actions that you want to take over these next 60 days. If you normally take a left on your walk every day, if you're a creature of habit, turn the other way. Okay. Instead, go right over these next 60 days. I love that there's that Costanza effect. That's what just came in from Seinfeld. And there was a whole episode where George Costanza, he had the best day ever because he did everything opposite of what he thought he was going to do. Okay. So here, the situation has roots in some past karmic pattern, the origins which are not clear. You either need to apply the skills that you were born with to look again at old patterns and work to heal them. So to reflect back during these retrogrades and see what's coming up to be healed. Okay. The challenge, though, is under stress, you may fall back into familiar defenses. You may relive what you've already lived. It can grab and attach to you. PTSD, flashbacks, and addictive habits or relationships all operate around your South Node. So you're being challenged to not always look at things the way you always did, to see things from another view, another perspective, to go back and to relearn and refix what has already been. You may feel like you have maybe some old loves coming back to tempt you. And I'm seeing the number 33 with purpose because I feel the universe is going to test you to see, are you going to choose the same thing or are you going to do something different? So you've been led to this reading to confirm to do different things, okay? The gift, use this as an opportunity to heal the triggers, the patterns of the past. Take them as teaching moments. Take them as a test. Then your hard-earned skills and wisdom can help you build your new future, okay? You can I'm just had this sensation of rocks being thrown at you, okay? So maybe things not going your way, but you can take those and you can build a new platform to lift you into the heavens, to build that vibration. You can stack them on one another. You can move out. And I love how the moon cycle is coming in because there's a lot going on through the eclipses. And this is letting you know through the eclipses. Okay. So even the eclipses are on here, and that's going to bring some moments for you that you're not expecting. And that's why you're here. Now, I also had this element with the pink flower of working with your ancestors, about clearing your channel, about receiving. So I'm even feeling some crown activation for you. So let's go ahead and pull the fourth card. And this is about your blind spot, what you're not seeing. Oh, there's another nine. So we got a 6, 9, 6, 9. Okay. Now, sixes and nines are all about integration and healing. You have a lot of opportunities here, but right away, you don't want to smash into the, like, you don't want to smash your head into the glass. Okay. So you've actually come here for guidance. And this has gone full circle again for you to make different choices. I just cannot see anything but it. Okay. Square, semi square. It's all about this tension. Okay. And it's like, yes, you can go full circle, but why if you're looking at it as a square? So it's all about your perception, about how you're seeing things. Change your foundation and you change how you actually, change your structure, your current structure. Allow yourself to review, to go through the healing, to see where you want to go. Don't do as you have always done. And pretty soon you have a whole new structure, a whole new structure. And it doesn't matter what is in the reflection. This is about breaking through for you. This is about breaking through the tension, breakthrough moments. And I'm hearing my friend Jolene say breakthrough because specifically for you, Uranus has a lot to do. So see where Uranus is in your chart. These are breakthrough moments. Is it in your second house? Is it in your seventh house? Because that's on bottom. How are your relationships affecting you? Another nine. Another nine. 999. 66999. This is a higher initiation for you. Okay. Those of you that came here for this, how is this affecting your relationships? And more than anything, what triggers are in between your relationships? As my husband has come in between quite a few times to tell me what he needs. But how does that affect you? What does that have to do with you? And that's really interesting that I'm bringing that forward. But this is what you want to reflect. This is where you want to see, what are my current relationships? These are the things that you can review. And in all forms, with yourself, with others, with your job, with your career, with, anything, with anything. Okay. Your spirituality, your religion. We've got a couple prayers to help guide you. I hope you found some messages here, okay? Pink sunflower. But we're going to go ahead and shuffle in your energy. I see that you need some spaciousness to allow yourself to grow. I totally get that. I totally get that. And so that's why we're getting out of that comfort zone. When we leave the comfort zone, we actually experience and evolve even more. I speak the truth. I speak the truth as I see this structure. And you know what? Your angels want you to call on them, your archangels specifically. They're here to guide you. They want to show you the truth. Archangel Michael, show me the truth of my situation so that I can make changes, so I can get through any creative blocks and find my way. In the month of September, the prayer coming for you from the cosmos, okay, from the cosmos, is about true offering. True offering. May I release the fears, illusions, and addictions that keep me from my true offering. May I relax into your plan, trusting that the next steps will always be shown. Use me, love, use me, love, use me for the highest. I am yours alone. So allow yourself to branch out. Allow yourself to grow into new groups, to chat with new people. Allow yourself to stretch, to get out of that comfort zone in the month of September. In October, it's all about trust. Look at this. This is where you start to look in the mirror and see your true essence. Allow trust in the energy. When love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until the clear path is shown. So, in the month of October, you're just meant to trust in what's coming for you. Okay. And on bottom overall, forgiveness. Forgive all of those in your relationship. Allow something new to grow out of what has been previously not so good for you. Okay. Healing comes from acceptance. To fully accept what is, knowing this alone will open me to the new. And poppies specifically are coming up. We're talking about the solar plexus. We're talking about courage. We're talking about abundance. And abundance is remembering all the little things in life. And and this is sometimes hard to remember when you've been burned before, but the poppies want you to know that it's time for something new to grow. So stretch, get out of your comfort zone, connect with others, and look back right now and see what you need to do. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everybody who's joined in and come back. We have another Angel Insight coming soon. Thank you so much.